Here to all you guys. Hope everybody has had an opportunity to set your goals, and we're all going to drop 5 or 10 pounds, and we're off to a good start with that. So, anyway, just looking back just quickly on 2012 is a really, really a great year for us. Really proud of our team. I'm proud of our staff and their competitive consistency. Their consistency in their preparation, their practice habits, their commitment off the field, all of those things, and because everything counts. It's obviously every week when you line up, everybody wants to win, and I'm proud of just again how our players have bought in and how they've continually improved in a lot of areas. I think that this year was just a culmination of steady progress, really of the last 4 years. And one of the things I told our team, you got to learn how to. 4 years ago we hadn't won a division, and now we've won 3 of them. 2 outright and 1 co-championship. And we talked a lot about 4 years ago when we started the journey we're on right now, and trying to compete for this conference consistently, and we've won it outright, and we've competed consistently, and so I'm proud of what we've done there. And we talked a lot about trying to win 10 or more games and become one of those national teams that is ranked, and we've been able to do that, and so I'm proud of their commitment to that. We talked a lot about learning to win at home, making this a tough environment. And this team this year set the all-time record for wins in a row at home. And then before we played LSU, one of the things I told them was you can't win 12 till you win 11, and you can't win the national championship until you learn to win games like this. And we've had everything is an opportunity to learn, everything's an opportunity to grow. And, we're always studying, always trying to get better, always trying to correct mistakes. And, I'm really proud of our team and how they competed in the last game. It was just an awesome performance. And, the thing I'm most proud of is that, it was a top 10 finish for us. And obviously that hasn't happened here in a long time. But I'm more proud of the fact that, we were top 10 in football, but we were also top 10 academically, and that's something that's what we try to be. We're trying to be the best that we possibly can be in every area, not just on the field. And that's how we try to do things here, and our guys have bought into that. And, I'm excited about our banquet tomorrow night. We've got 13 seniors, 11 on scholarship, 2 walk-ons that'll be on that podium, and every single one of them already have their degree. And that is ultimately what it's all about. And so great group of seniors that was on that team this past year that'll be moving on. And that's the sad part about this business, is because guys have to leave. It's not like you can just keep them here. They have to move on. But these guys are prepared. They're well prepared to go be successful in whatever it is they choose to do. And I don't have any doubt that they will, and they'll all be great ambassadors for Clemson. I had a team meeting yesterday, and we just kind of turned the page. It was a good. We enjoyed this last game for a few days, but now it's all about 2013. It's a new football team, and it's always interesting. That meeting, that first meeting, is always interesting because it's a little different, because you get so used to being with a group of guys and seeing this guy sit here and this guy sit here and this guy sit here, and Richard sit there, and on and on and on. And now all of a sudden those guys are gone, and it's a new group of seniors and juniors, sophomores. It's a new football team, and that's what we talked about yesterday. Is the challenges that lie ahead for us, and we're going to study ourselves. We're going to study other people, and try to get better. Try to continue to close the gap on being the best out there, because that's our goal. We want to be the best. We don't want to be one of the best. We want to be the best, and that's I think we're heading in that direction. A couple guys, Morgan Roberts, just really appreciate his contribution to us. A guy that I was really excited about. And to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised to look up a few years down the road and see that young man maybe even playing after college. I think that he has developmental talent. He really has the chance to develop into a very fine player. But if you spend any time with Morgan, he's an interesting guy, and he's got big goals. I mean, he wants to be the president of the United States. So for some reason, he feels like Yale or Harvard might give him a better path in that regard. I don't really understand that, but he had an opportunity to go to Harvard or Yale. And kind of hard to argue with that opportunity. And so he chose Yale, and he's going to go up there and play some quarterback and try to pursue his off the field goals of becoming one of our politicians. And so we'll wish him well and appreciate everything he did for us here. He certainly is class in every regard. And then same thing with Nuke Hopkins. Really going to miss Nuke. Yes, he's a great player and on game day, but Nuke is a great competitor. Nuke was a guy that brought a hard edge, every day. He had a quiet confidence to him, and good players come and go, but Nuke Hopkins is a special guy to me, and not only is he special to me, he's special to the people in this community. I mean, he's one of our own right here. But he's achieved a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, and he feels like that it's time for him to go play on the next level. And listen, that each one of these guys have to make their own decisions, and we support them in whatever they ultimately decide, because they're the ones who are going to live with the consequences either way. And I don't have any doubt he'll be a great professional. I know you already knew that he'd be gone. Recruiting right now is full speed ahead. We've got pretty busy few weeks coming up, and we've got a lot of young men coming on our campus this weekend. We're excited about that. I'm really excited about what I think this recruiting class will be. And we've got, again, our banquet tomorrow night, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about a new award that our program is going to hand out. Something I've put a lot of thought into over the last several months. And, the thing that we talk about here all the time is the standard of best. Just everybody trying to be the best that they can be. My best is different from your best. But whatever God's given us, just making the best of your opportunities on and off the field. And that's, again, the message that we try to teach these guys and ingrain into these guys throughout our program. And it's fun to me to see a senior, because I know where they were as a freshman, and to see them just transform and change and buy in, and to see how the program is working in those areas outside of just teaching them how to be a good football player. That's much more important to me. And, we wanted to, and really just because my experience with the Bobby Dodd last year is really what kind of spurred the thought to me. Because, Bobby Dodd was more than just a football coach, and that award is more than just coaching. It's scholarship, it's leadership, it's integrity, it's a way you do things and the way you represent things. And, our banquet is about our players, it's about our seniors. Here's a group of guys that are heading off into their next part of their journey of life. And you got a bunch of young guys that hope to be seniors one day. And we are going to establish a new award here, and it's going to be called the Brian Dawkins Clemson Lifetime Achievement Award. And put a lot of thought. We've got a committee. There'll be we'll take recommendations up through October. There'll be a former player. You've got to be 10 years removed from Clemson at a minimum, because we want this person to have to go and live life. And, but what we want this person to represent is that standard of best. That's what we want this person to represent. Being committed to being the best that you can be in whatever it is that you're doing. And, you know, Brian Dawkins epitomizes that, in my opinion. Brian Dawkins would probably be our first Hall of Famer, NFL Hall of Famer. I can't imagine him not being, but just the way he's lived his life and what he represents. So that's why we named it, you know, the Brian Dawkins Award. And so each year we'll review the candidates. The committee will make recommendations. We'll select someone by November, and then that person will be notified. And then, you know, every year at our banquet, we want to honor this player, this former player, and then we'll have engagement opportunities throughout that year where this person will have an opportunity to be involved in our program, you know, and a game, and, you know, go to the bowl game with us and things like that. So we want to make it a special thing, be one person a year, and I hope, you know, and I didn't put Dabo Sweeney on the committee, I put head football coach, because one of these days I won't be here, you know. I'll either retire here or they're going to run me out of here, probably one of the two, somewhere along the way. But I hope to look back, to be honest with you, 20 years from now, and this is an award that's still established and is being presented every year. And obviously our first recipient this year will be Brian Dawkins, and really excited about honoring him in that regard. And you'll hear more about this award. Tim is actually on the committee. He'll be doing, you know, press releases, you know, each year and throughout the year about the award winner and different engagement opportunities. So excited about that. And then lastly, Mike Reed, you know, has officially been hired here, as y'all found out through the release, and I'm excited about Mike. Mike's a great fit for us. He knows our players. A lot of our players are familiar with him because he was involved in their recruiting process as well. You know, I've had an up-close interview with him for, you know, 6 years because I've studied him closely, and he's done a tremendous job with the secondary at NC State. He's done an outstanding job, and he's had several all-conference and, you know, guys that have led the country in different things. Very, very good on third down this year. He's got a great wife, Kimberly, and 2 children. And I'm just excited about him joining us. He's been around some really, really good football coaches, Andy Reid, Tom Coughlin, you know, Coach O'Brien. So he brings a little bit of a different background, and I think that's really good. Got a ton of energy. He fits our recruiting footprint, knows it very well, and will easily be able to slide in where we need him to be. And so again, just really excited about Mike and getting started with him. And I think our players are really excited. You know, interviewed some quality people, but in the end, he was the easy choice for us and the best fit at this time. His experience in coaching all 4 was also a critical factor because he's been doing that at a high level. And then his tremendous recommendations, you know, were important as well. So we welcome Mike, and hopefully y'all enjoy getting to know him as well. So with that.